3 limiting mind frames that may be keeping you stuck. In this video, we'll be talking about some common mind frames, ways of looking at the world. These are very comfortable, they're very easy to slide into, and they are very difficult to get out of. And worst of all, if you find yourself inside any of these mind frames, they will keep you from creating the life that you want to live. Before we start, let's consider a couple of uncomfortable ideas. One is the quality of your life today, right now. Think about everything in your life, the way you earn money, your relationships, your social reference group of friends and colleagues, where you live, your health, etc. Everything about your life. How would you feel if you found out through some kind of magic that this current state of life would be your state of life until the day you die? How would that make you feel? Just consider your answer and consider that as we go through these different mind frames. The first is an externalizing mind frame. It is our natural tendency to externalize our problems out onto the world. It is very likely that in our ancient past, this was very helpful. If you threw your spear at a deer and missed, it would be very helpful to get angry at the deer because that would give you energy to chase the deer and kill the deer so you'd have something to eat. It's pretty easy to imagine how somebody with an externalizing instinct would survive a little bit better than somebody who didn't have this externalizing instinct. Somebody that would just shrug their shoulders and walk back home every time they missed a kill. Today, however, the world is much, much different. Back then, the world was other animals. We were trying to kill them to eat them. They were trying to kill us to eat us. But today, the world is other people that we need to work with rather than against. Getting angry at the world helped us back then. Getting angry at the world will do the opposite today. It will keep you stuck. The next mind frame is more of a spectrum. The childhood mindset and the adult mindset. Let's look at this through our hunter-gatherer origins. We can imagine a couple of tribes of people. Both tribes are exactly the same except for one key difference. Tribe A transitions their kids into adults as early as possible. Tribe B, on the other hand, takes their sweet time. Why is this important? Because children are net consumers. They consume more than they produce, if they produce anything. Adults are net producers. They produce more than they consume. The tribe that has the highest percentage of their members that are net producers will be much more likely to survive than a tribe that has less percentage of their members as net producers. We can take this to its extreme. Let's imagine that in tribe B, the kids don't even start to think about producing until they're in their mid to late teens. That's a lot of mouths to feed and not a lot of people that are feeding them. On the other hand, imagine tribe A, where kids as young as 10 are compelled and encouraged by the tribe to help look for stuff to eat. We can think of the same production consumption spectrum today. A childhood mindset, more often than not, feels that their needs are the responsibility of other people. On the other hand, an adult-minded person feels that all of their needs are their own responsibility. It's very easy to understand how living with a childhood mindset can keep you trapped. You recognize that there are problems in your life, but you believe it's somebody else's responsibility to solve those problems. This feels comfortable. This makes you feel justified. It gives you a feeling of righteous anger, but it's an absolutely horrible strategy. The next mind frame is kind of a combination of the previous two, and this is when we assume an intention behind some of the negative things that other people do. This again goes all the way back to our caveman days. It's believed by evolutionary psychologists that assuming animals had intentions to hurt us would make those animals seem much more terrifying. That would make it much more likely for us to want to get away from those animals. That would keep us safe, which would help us survive. Those that didn't assume animals had a negative intention to hurt us would be less likely to run away and less likely to survive over time. So here we are today with this kind of instinct that makes us assume negative intentions in others or even in inanimate objects. Ancient humans heard thunder and assumed it wasn't just a god like them, but it was a god like them that was angry at them for some reason. They assumed the sound of the thunder represented the negative intention of the thunder god. Whenever negative events happen to us and we assume a negative intention of the actors involved, it makes it much harder to put that event behind us and move move on. When we try to interact with the world and we come up short, the instinct to assume negative intentions of the actors involved makes it much easier to stay stuck. Why? Because if we assume our failure is due to the negative intentions of others, it makes us feel like there's nothing we can do. We believe there's nothing else we can try, and so we give up trying. Once you get rid of these three dangerous mind frames, the path to any success is very, very simple. First, figure out what you want. Second, do something to try to get closer to what that is. Next, see what happened. If you actually got closer, do more of what you just did. If you didn't get closer, try something different next time. If you get rid of these three dangerous mind frames and stick to this simple strategy, success is inevitable. If you'd like to learn more about self-development, please visit mindpersuasion.com. Check out the links below. And because we make videos almost every day, please subscribe so you can continue to learn more. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching.